Hey Unbox fam, welcome back to the channel where we take awesome out of the box. My name is Jamie and local brand Cherry Mobile has been very quiet recently, but it looks like they want to kick off the second half of 2019 correctly, and that's why they sent us their latest device, the Cherry Mobile Flare X3. Now what does this phone have to offer exactly? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Now just a quick reminder before we get to Cherry's newest device, we are running 2 giveaways for 3 smartphones, the Redmi 5, the Xiaomi Mi A1, and the Realme C2. So if you want a chance to win any of those 3 devices, make sure you check the description down below, and you will have to sub to the channel, so make sure you do that right now. I'll give you some time. Okay, so back to the matter at hand, but there are a couple of things you should know to kind of set your expectations for this video. Number 1, the unit that they sent over is a pre-production unit, so you will notice a few scratches here and there. Also, it's not running on final software. Number 2 is that we don't know the price for this phone just yet, but hopefully the Cherry Mobile Flare X3 is priced correctly when they do reveal its sticker price. Okay, disclaimers and reminders out of the way. One of the things that we like about this device already is its looks. Cherry is now jumping on board with the whole gradient trend, which makes them a little late to the game, but we think that they got it right. The phone transitions from purple to blue, which is somewhat similar to the look of the Oppo F11 Pro. Aside from that, you have an actual glass back on the Flare X3, and not plastic that's made to look like glass, just like what some other manufacturers are doing. It gives the phone a really premium feel, but I wish the ergonomics were a little better by adding more curves to the device to make it sit well in the hand. It also attracts fingerprints like no one's business, so hopefully I remember to give the phone a proper wipe down in each of the B-roll shots you'll be seeing in this video. One thing that you might have noticed about the Flare X3 is that there's no fingerprint scanner on the rear. Now that usually means that you have an in-display fingerprint scanner, but they decided to go with a side-mounted one on this phone, kind of like what we've been seeing on past Sony Xperia devices and the Samsung Galaxy S10e. It's fairly accurate and unlocks the phone rather quickly. The placement can be a little strange to some people, but honestly it works for me, and the little recess does help you find it. You have the power button and volume rocker above that, and again, you've got a little touches of Sony influences there. That's on the right side, by the way. On top is the headphone jack. On the left is the access to the phone's hybrid SIM tray, so you will have to choose between more storage or a secondary number. And on the bottom are the speaker grills, though only one actually has a speaker, with the other one housing the microphone. And also you have a USB Type-C port, which I'm always happy to see. Now up in front is a 6.18-inch Full HD Plus TrueView IPS display at a 19:9 aspect ratio. It's pretty decent for watching videos with great viewing angles, but there's something that I haven't seen in a long time. A giant notch. Of course, I say giant because I've been so used to seeing water drop or dew drop notches on other devices recently that it was a little surprising to see it. There is a purpose though, since it does house the dual front cameras on the Flare X3. You have a 20 megapixel main camera that's paired with a 2 megapixel depth sensor. So far we're liking the results of the selfies we've taken when there's a good enough light source, but you will see a definite drop in quality for self-portraits taken at night. Good enough for posting on Facebook though. While we're on the topic of cameras, we might as well talk about one of the main features of the Flare X3. The name is already a bit of a clue since it does have 3 rear cameras. It's made up of a 12 megapixel main camera, a 5 megapixel monochrome sensor, and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. It's a setup that we saw on previous Huawei devices, and the monochrome camera should help by bringing out more details and with low light shooting as well. Here are a couple of sample photos, but again, bear in mind that this is still a pre-production unit. Let's get to the processing package of the Flare X3. Under the hood of Cherry's latest device is a Helio P60 processor that's paired with 6 GB of RAM and 64 GB of storage. Now some may consider the Helio P60 a little dated at this point in the game, but can still put in a decent amount of work and you will be able to game with it too. The Cherry Mobile Flare X3 runs on Android Pie 9.0, and you've got a minimum amount of pre-installed software this time around because according to the company, it's part of Google's new rules. Aside from that, you have a 4000 mAh battery that should keep your phone up and running for about a day and a half with our experience, which will of course depend on how you use the device. Again, there's no pricing for this phone just yet, but given the current climate, we're hoping that they would price this well below 10,000 pesos to be able to compete with other brands in the market. Okay, so that pretty much does it for this video for the Cherry Mobile Flare X3. What did you guys think of the phone? Share your thoughts in the comment section down below. Now remember, we are running 2 giveaways, so make sure you check the description box for all the details you'll need to join those giveaways. Plus, make sure to follow all the instructions correctly so we can count your entries properly. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our content. If you have any questions or just want to show us some love, leave them in the comment section down below and I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. For all the latest tech news and gadget reviews, head to unbox.ph, plus follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. My name is Jamie, peace, God bless, and that's it,